Hello everyone, welcome back. So, in the last class, I have explained you about foreign currency. We have done even the configurations like maintaining the translation ratio and rate. And also, I have mentioned that the rate is maintained every day because it's a universal rate which keeps on changing and it is universal across the globe. Fine. If I'm using a particular rate as $1 say 80 INR, so this will be the rate using by even will be used by any other user. So we have to maintain it, and even bank buying rate, selling rate, average rate is done. If no rate is mentioned, SAP will automatically will take the average rate. Fine. And so the only thing was pending was translation ratio. What is translation ratio? Now, let me explain you in this way. Generally, when the currencies, like as I told, like Vietnamese dong, or you can say Indonesia rupiah, or we can say even Iranian rial. ठीक है? IRR we can write as this. ठीक है? So these currencies are what? These currencies are very weak in comparison to our local currency, which is Indian rupee. If we say today's value of one local currency against Iranian rial is what, around 501 or 502 IRR. That means in order to get 501 IRR, we just need to pay 1 Indian rupee. So can you imagine how strong our currency is in this case? So when the situation is that when there are two type of currencies and one is highly inflated, during that situation translation ratio comes into picture. Fine. Now in this case it is only 501, so that is acceptable. But if there is a situation, say I'm just giving an hypothetical case, that if 1 INR, say for example, is equals to 10,000 IRR. Okay, I'm just taking a example. Okay, scenario. So how translation ratio will comes into picture? Let's check out. First, what we will do, we will maintain the rate. So as let me show you maintaining rate for today's date, on today's date. So what will be? It will be OBBS, correct? Just do yes. New entries, exchange rate M. From, we will maintain both the ways. First INR to IRR, today's date, ठीक है? Ratio 1:1 and enter. Next will be IRR to INR, today's date 1:1. ठीक है? We have maintained it and just Control S. Now we have to maintain exchange rate also. So what we will do, we will come to OB08, come to new entries. Fine. Now come to exchange rate M, valid from today's date. Okay. Now in this situation, we will maintain indirect quotation. Why? Because as I told you even yesterday in the last class, like if we show 1 unit of foreign currency, it shows the total value of local currency. In that case, we maintain direct quotation. But here in this situation, it is vice versa, where 1 unit of local currency shows a total value of foreign currency, correct? So we will maintain what? Indirect quotation. So indirect quotation will be maintained, so we will write down here 10,000. Okay. Now from, so earlier, because it is what, 1 unit of local currency shows the total value of foreign currency. So from local currency INR to what it will be IRR. And now you see it will show you an error. Just press enter. Can you see here? Entry too long. What does it mean? It says that SAP, what it does, SAP generally do not accept 5-digit number. Fine. When it comes in terms of currency. How it accept? It will accept before decimal 4 digit and after decimal 5 digit. So in order, if before decimal, if it takes only 4 digit, that means it will only accept 1000 till 1000, but I need 10,000 IRR to be maintained. So what I will do, add, subtraction, multiplication or division to 1000 in order to get 10,000. So it's a simple mathematical calculation that we have to multiply it with what? If we multiply 1000 with 10, we will get what? Our value, correct? So here the translation ratio comes into picture. Right now what I will do, since 1 INR is equals to 1000 IRR, but SAP is accepting only 1000. So the translation ratio in this case will be what? 10:1. Fine, got it? So in real time, how it works? SAP 10:1. So how SAP will accept now? SAP will see the exchange rate. It check out exchange rate as 1000. Then it will also check out the translation ratio maintained. If it comes to know that the ratio is 10:1, so what SAP will do? It will multiply 1000 with 10 and 1 with 1. Means how, I hope I'm making it sense. See how it will be maintained. If, say for example, here I have maintained the rate as 1000, fine. And if I maintain the ratio as 1:10, then what will be the final result? 1 INR into 1 will be 1, correct? 1 INR multiply equals to 1000. This is what? This is 1000. Okay? So this 1000 multiplied by 10 will be what? 10,000 IRR. So finally we got what we want. This is what we wanted, and by maintaining this translation ratio, we got this exchange rate. So what we will do here, we will write down, first we will change the translation ratio. INR to IRR. So IRR supposed to be what? 10 times, correct? So first we will maintain the translation ratio as 1:1, not 1:10. Fine. And even when we do opposite, IRR will be what? 10:1, correct? And just control S. Done. Now what we will do, we will maintain the exchange rate. So if you write down here 1000 and just press enter. Okay, all the setting has been done. Now see how SAP will trigger once we post the transaction. Okay, chalo. This we know that 1 INR equals to 10,000 IRR. Now I will just take a hypothetical situation that if first let's do the GL posting FP50. Okay, we will take today's date. Now it will be IRR, correct? 4,000 debit and 1,000 credit. Okay? If what the rate we have maintained as 10,000 IRR equals to 1 INR. So in case if I take 40,000 IRR, I'm just taking an example just to show you whether it trigger the exchange rate or not, right? So 40,000 IRR will be what? 4 INR, correct? It should be in this local currency. So if I write down here 40,000, say for example, that it's supposed to trigger the rate which I have maintained just now. Let's see whether it comes with 4 or not. Just press enter. Can you see here 4? So how SAP come to know? SAP will first check for which company code I have maintained, for which company code this posting is being done. It will check ZE89. Fine, that's okay. But Going to the company code doesn't matter, because in case of exchange rate, as I told you, it always see the universal rate, right? It is a universal rate, whether it is for Z Entertainment, whether it be for Dish TV, XYZ, or any ABC company, the rate will always be same. The SAP will only figure out that the currency is now what? Foreign currency. So SAP will check what? The rate maintained for foreign currency. So on today's date, so SAP will check what? First OB08. Here SAP came to know that okay, the rate is 1000. Fine. Then SAP will check what? The translation ratio. And after coming to translation ratio, SAP came to know okay, when it IRR to INR, then I have to multiply by 10. Correct? Because the ratio is 10:1. So what SAP will do? SAP will calculate. So SAP will make the calculation in the background itself. The 10 plus the rate is what here? 1000. So 10 into 1000 will be 10,000. That means 10,000 IRR equals to 1 INR. Correct? So here the same calculation SAP has done. Now when 40,000 IRR, so SAP calculated and converted into local currency as 4 INR. That's it. Just simulate it. Here is the posting done. This is in IRR. Just post it. Okay? Now if you want to see again in the local currency, just do /n FBL3N and just write down 4000. Execute. This was the last entry, correct? Just double click on it. Here is the call-up document. Just check. This is the entry in terms of foreign currency. If you want to show or if you want to see in Indian currency or local currency, just click on this display currency, and now it is converted into our local currency. So from this, what you can conclude that what is the role of translation ratio? Translation ratio comes into picture when there are two currencies and there are major difference between two currency, and one of the currency is highly inflated. In that situation, we use translation ratio, because generally it used to be 1:1, but when it changes in this condition. So even if you can give this example as well, that if there is take a hypothetical situation where 1 INR equals to 10,000 IRR. Now SAP do not accept 5-digit code, so SAP accept 4-digit before decimal and 5-digit after decimal. So the rate we can maintain is 1000. Now since it is 10,000 IRR, in order to maintain 10,000 IRR, what we can do, we have to maintain a ratio in such a way that 1000 rate be multiplied with that particular ratios in order to get it converted into 10,000 IRR. So if we maintain the rate as 10:1, that is 10 for IRR and 1 for Indian local currency. So SAP will check that the rate is 1000, but the ratio is what? The ratio is 10:1. So SAP will multiply it, and accordingly we will get that particular rate, and once we do the posting, the translation ratio gets triggered. So this way you can see the sentence, the way of explanation can be your own, but the crux or the main function of translation ratio is this. So it's all on you how you explain it, in what frame of language you use. It's all on you. But yes, if this way if you explain, then here you can see how translation ratio plays a big role. So it will be more reliable and credible answer from your end. Fine. So this was all about foreign currency. I have explained entire thing about the foreign currency. The only thing is remaining is buying rate and the selling rate, which probably I will be explaining you once, as I told you, we will complete the account payable and account receivable topic. Fine. So this is all about today's class. Thank you and have a good day.